What if some of the most unbelievable things in science are actually real, not theories, not science fiction, but proven discoveries that scientists have already made? Today, we're exploring 5 mind-blowing facts that could completely change how you see the universe. One of them suggests that you might already be living in the past. Another reveals an ancient material that can repair itself. And the final fact might make you question what reality actually is. Stay with me, because fact number 5 is something most people have never heard about. And once you understand it, you may never look at the universe the same way again. For more than 2,000 years, the Roman Empire built structures that still stand today. Aqueducts, harbors, temples, massive domes. Some of these structures have survived earthquakes, storms, and centuries of erosion. But modern concrete, it often cracks and weakens within decades. So scientists began asking a strange question. Why was Roman concrete stronger than ours? After years of research, they discovered something incredible. Roman builders used a mixture of volcanic ash, lime, and seawater. Inside this mixture are tiny mineral fragments. When cracks form in the concrete, water reacts with those fragments, and something extraordinary happens. New crystals begin to grow. These crystals fill the cracks. In other words, Roman concrete can repair itself. Scientists today are trying to recreate this formula. Because if modern engineers master it, we could build structures that last thousands of years. But the next discovery might be even stranger, because it suggests something unsettling about reality itself. Right now, you believe you are experiencing the present moment, but scientifically, that isn't true. Everything you see is actually slightly in the past. Here's why. Light travels incredibly fast, about 300,000 kilometers per second, but it still takes time to reach your eyes. When you look at someone across the room, the light reflecting from their face takes a tiny fraction of a second to reach you. Your brain then processes that information, which takes even more time. So by the time you actually perceive the moment, it has already happened. You are always seeing the world a tiny fraction of a second late. In other words, your brain is constantly showing you a delayed version of reality. This delay is small, but when we look deeper into space, the delay becomes enormous when astronomers look at distant galaxies. They are seeing light that left those galaxies millions or even billions of years ago. Some of the stars we see in the night sky may no longer even exist. We are literally looking into the past, but the next fact might be even harder to believe. In 1901, divers exploring a shipwreck near a small Greek island made a shocking discovery. Inside the wreck was a strange object made of corroded bronze gears. At first, it looked like a broken clock, but when scientists examined it with modern scans, they realized something astonishing. The device contained more than 30 intricate gears, each precisely engineered. When reconstructed, scientists discovered its true purpose. It was a machine that could predict solar eclipses, lunar cycles, and planetary movements. In other words, it was an ancient astronomical computer. This device is known as the Antikythera mechanism, and it was built more than 2,000 years ago. For centuries, historians believed technology that advanced didn't exist until the Middle Ages. But this machine proved otherwise. Some scientists even say the Antikythera mechanism was over 1,000 years ahead of its time, which raises an incredible question. How many other ancient technologies have we lost to history? Time seems constant. Seconds tick by, minutes pass, hours move forward. But according to Einstein's theory of relativity, time is not the same everywhere. Gravity can actually slow down time. The stronger the gravity, the slower time moves. This means that time passes slightly slower on Earth's surface than it does in space. In fact, astronauts aboard the International Space Station experience time a little bit faster than we do on Earth. The difference is tiny, but it's measurable. Scientists have even tested this with extremely precise atomic clocks. One clock placed on a mountain and another at sea level. The clock at the higher altitude ticks slightly faster because gravity is weaker there. This strange effect becomes dramatic near black holes. Near a black hole, gravity becomes so intense that time can slow down dramatically. For someone watching from far away, a person falling toward a black hole would appear to move slower and slower, almost like time is freezing. But the final fact might be the most unsettling of all. Everything you see around you, stars, planets, galaxies, people, makes up only a tiny fraction of the universe. Scientists discovered something astonishing. About 95% of the universe is invisible. Only 5% is made of the ordinary matter we understand. The rest is something mysterious called dark matter and dark energy. Dark matter cannot be seen. It doesn't emit light, but scientists know it exists because of its gravitational effects. Galaxies behave as if something invisible is holding them together. That invisible force is dark matter, and dark energy is even stranger. It appears to be causing the universe to expand faster and faster. In other words, most of reality is made of something we still don't fully understand. But the most fascinating discovery might be this. The more we learn about the universe, the more mysteries we uncover. If you enjoyed this journey into the unknown, subscribe to the insightful archive, because the next story might change everything you thought you knew.